Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to another episode of Lord of the Rims. That's what we're playing. Yeah. As you can see right off the bat, we have a new friend. Who are you? You are an undead, right? You are. It's just you still have flesh. Anyway, yeah, we've got a new friend. While I was fast-forwarding through, it's actually been really quiet. You know, we got that, like, big overload of quests a few episodes back, or I guess in last week's recording session. And then so far, all we got is this, boring old diplomacy peace talks quest. Which, you know, I can totally still do, but not that exciting. But as you can see, we have used this time, I like to think wisely, building up and making stuff better. Ugh, poor quality, gross. And I made that out of silver. I'm actually running out of silver. Apparently I've gone too far, perhaps. You know what, let's actually move all the wall lights into here, as per my original plan. I'm just gonna need one for here and here. You know what? There's something nice about having a blue glow. And yeah, I've got these here to provide some light during the summer months so that we don't get bugs. Yeah. Anyway, I kind of like what we've got going here. Continuing that whole symmetry dealie. Oh my god. What happened to all my marble? Did I really use that much? I thought I had like 2,000 marble blocks. I mean, I guess I did end up using a lot on these marble sarcophagi and flooring and all the other stuff. There's a lot going on here. But yeah, things they keep going. What do we got here? You know what? There's some marble chunks right here. Let's haul them. Need more marble. And more wood. We need more of a lot of things. We are hunting down some more arrow fleets in the hopes that we can finally, at long last... That's just slate. We don't need more slate. We need more marble right now. Yeah, we're just trying to get rid of... I don't think I can... Yeah, it doesn't even have an uninstall option, so I can't move it. Sadly. Let's see, what do we got here? More slate, more marble. It's kind of hard to see, actually, in all this foggy rain. Or maybe that's just me. I don't know. Like the big picture stuff. But some stuff does get lost by the wayside, doesn't it? Do we have any granite lying around as well? By the way, we do. Need that as well. Marble and granite. That's the big moneymaker right now. Crazy. We've actually almost crafted everything there is. Alright, so that's actually pretty good. Now, good, I can terraform to shallow water, which is what I figure I want to do here. Just to really encourage things. I'm kind of thinking, can I terraform this to soil? I can't, but that's because lack of technology. I guess I could just god mode in the, I've talked about doing that before, haven't I? God moding in the advanced terraforming tech. Because you can still do the terraforming stuff, you just can't learn how to do it with the tech limitations. I don't feel right about doing that. But, then again, we've used dev mode to look at stuff, and heck, after that disastrous last episode. I mean, I should have just spawned in a raid. That's what I should have done if I was going to do any dev mode stuff, and ugh. I wish I could fill in geysers. There's probably a mod for that. I know there's a mod, or a mod conflict that you can end up creating where you can actually uninstall geysers. You know what, I should just look for that, a mod that lets you move geysers. Now that's just crazy. In fact, I don't think you can normally do anything with steam geysers. You can't, like, dev mode delete them. It'd be nice to be able to move them around just for convenience purposes. Ah, there's a lot of stuff. And you know what? I don't care about, you know, using dev mode for some things like that for the purposes of, you know, if it makes something more fun by making it more convenient. You know, like if you got a steam geyser in your way and you want to move it so that it fits your architectural plans. Though, having said that, one should not underestimate the value of just, you know, playing the hand you're dealt. I guess it really depends on what you're feeling. If I'm in more of a, you know, just a buildy... Are we actually out of meals? And we're getting a bit low there. You get that, stuff you're carrying there, friendo. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with all that beyond just, what do I have going on here? Yeah, just Robes of the Archmage. I've also enabled Devil Strand because Gwen's here. You know what? Here we are, 6 minutes in. I mentioned that we had a new friend, but I didn't show anything. She's a jogger, she's abrasive, she's volatile, she's also a succubus, which in a RimWorld of Magic is the female counterpart to a warlock, apparently. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because... Though, even the mod itself, in the, like, the list of classes, acknowledges that, like, technically the male counterpart to a or to a succubus is an incubus, but for whatever reason, just like you'd figure, I don't know, what would be the female counterpart to a warlock? Just another warlock? I always figured warlock was, or at least the way the word was always used with me, warlock was just the male equivalent of witch. So you'd figure the female version of a warlock would be a witch, but, you know, when it comes to a lot of things in life, what do I really know? The answer is not a whole heck of a lot. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't make much difference. You know, as long as... Out of curiosity, do we have some kind of bookshelf, or do I have to use regular shelves to store our scrolls and things? I like the idea of this being a library, perhaps. I also like the idea of making more of these wall lights for our rooms. I wish I could change the color. Like, if I could just have it be a pure light without the blue tint, it would be perfect for the bedrooms. But I really like the blue tint that it gives here. It also occurs to me I could probably start sticking these corpses into here. I've also, good news, though I've heard some conflicting information about this, but I choose to believe the version that I want to believe, which is that if in fact we had more necromancers, we could sustain more undead, because the cost of the undead would be split between them. Which, if I understand that correctly, it basically means each necromancer is responsible for maintaining all of the undead, but it gets split. So if, like, this guy cost 8, then with 2 necromancers, he would only be 4. And I guess with 3 necromancers, doesn't quite add up, but 2? Oh, and we've recruited Fromber at last. Why did we want to recruit Fromber again? Actually, you know what? I want the dwarves to be adjacent to each other. Why not? But we got him. Alright. He's a dwarf, or from a dwarf warrior family, and a noble, and he's a teetotaler, interestingly enough, and a summoner. Right, so he can summon magical stuff. That's pretty cool. Also, once our crops of cloth and then later Devil Strand come in, should be able to start making some cool spells, because we have, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff. Spell mending, so we can mend people's clothing, so we don't have to keep making new clothes. We've got snap freeze, which instantly freezes a room, which would be very handy for, you know, having like a little storage area to keep things cold. There's a never spell. Yeah, magic cooler. Same. I feel like these are, they basically do the same thing, but one is more potent. There's invisibility spells, we've got the blizzard spell, the lich form. What's summoner? Do we have any specific summoner, summon Poppy? Is that how you'd call that? Poppy? Poppy? I'm gonna say Poppy. It looks like Poppy, except spelled with an I instead of a Y. What is a poppy? I don't know. I mean, I feel, as I've said before, this series is probably coming to an end sooner rather than later, but I do want to try to make this the best dang kingdom under the mountain that I possibly can. Guess that's going to be a water closet. Last episode of the series, I'll finally add Dub's Bad Hygiene, and there it'll be. You know what, I'll set that up. Why not? Then, I could put more bedrooms over here, I guess. There's a lot of stuff we could do. Though, that'll be Fromber's bed for now, but we'll get him a proper bed sooner or later. It'll all come together at some point. I'm quite happy, though, with how things have turned out. We even finally managed to tame one of these meadow always, which we might as well train to do stuff. Even though I'm going to mostly limit it to the pasture. Now we just need to train this fella here. And you know what? They make eggs. So if we had a male, we could then fertilize those eggs and then have a whole chocobo ranch going on here. Oh yeah, and Fromber needs a weapon. You know what? I could keep up with the whole everyone has a bow thing. But you know what? I am going to instead make a staff. Actually, I'm going to scroll through these so we can have a look at what we've got available to us. I mean, we could make an ice wand for Wanda. A, Demon's Fang. What do I need Demon Hide. Which, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Though, Staff of Blazing Power. Is it fire-based? A staff that creates a mental link with the wielder to harness the focused energy that can be used to launch a stream of blazing projectiles, or create a hardened barrier around the wielder that can deflect projectiles. Mages gain tremendous boosts. Why can't I speak properly? Gives us 20% more energy, 10% energy regen, and a 40% damage boost. You know what? Let's just make a couple of these. We'll make one of these and two of these. And let's see. Minimum intellectual of 10. Let's also say a minimum crafting of 10. Because if we're going to make these, we want them to be of good quality. Yeah, we can totally pull that off. Too bad I couldn't make it out of ebon wood. But, you know, that's life. Also mildly upset that it's Gwenna's here who is doing the researching. I'd rather her do just about anything else. Actually, if I tell her to do that, will she maybe do something else and then let... Because a succubus, what is it? Has... Yeah, she researches 20% slower than anyone else. So even though she is reasonably intelligent, it does, well then again, I guess she is also our best crafter, so we might want to get her to increase her power. Yeah, we could work on that as well. There's so much to do. I feel that our journey is... I mean, it may be nearing its end, or at least, you know, the on-camera, for now, portion of the story is nearing its end, but even so, we still have so much that we can do. So much to explore, so much to discover. I'm really hoping that we get a Wandering Lich as, like, the series finale, because I just think that would be really fitting. You know, you've got Dunsig here, who, despite being a necromancer, has a profound respect for life. Then you have, oh baby, you have a colossal arrow fleet over here. Should finally let us finish Wanda's uniform. You know, and you know what? It was suggested many, many episodes ago that I totally need to tame this Colossus, which has been on the map with us since episode 1. And it has a 2% chance to try to kill us. That's going to be the actual end of the series right there, is Dunsig's going to get killed by the Colossus. I've been kind of waiting for like a taming inspiration, but it seems like that's just not happening. So, yeah. That'd be pretty cool too. We have a, you know, a Colossus to join us here. Darn wild pods. They've been here since episode 1. Ooh, baby, look at that. We're getting places. I don't know if we're going to finish those walls before the end of the series, but we're going to do our best. And honestly, at the end of the day, you do your best, have no regrets, be true to the mission. Oh yeah, let's have a look as well at our new recruit's various magic abilities. I've been letting her just kind of build up stuff. Oh, I thought she had Scorn. But no, we need to teach her that with a master spell as well. She actually doesn't know all her spells. We've got Shadow Bolt. Launches a Shadow Bolt. Any creature caught in its path is touched by the shadow. Upon impact, shadow energy is released in a violent wave of darkness. To be honest, I'm actually kind of getting the impression that Succubus is, look, I said it weird there too, but anyway, it's like not that different from, Warlock. Because it's all like shadow based. Whereas I kind of picture a Succubus as being more of a, well, the way it's seen in pretty much every other, or I guess, where does Succubuses even come from? Is it like, I want to say classical Greek mythology, but I'm also kind of scared that it's like not Greek mythology. I've never really paid attention to where they come from. I just know that they show up, they're like sex demons. That's all I know about them. Anyway. I assume they come from some classical mythology anyway. You know, it's one of those things. You know about something, you know about, like, the various tropes and how it shows up, but you don't actually know where it came from. Huh. Funny that. And as I always say, it's funny how, you know, we live in the internet era, sum total of human knowledge is at our fingertips at any given moment, and yet, you know, it's entirely possible to go your whole life completely ignoring the, well, just stuff that's right under your nose. Are we actually out of marble and or slate? That's concerning. Anyway, but yeah, so our only spell right now is Dominate. What does Dominate do? Command the shadow to envelope your enemies in a living nightmare that will surround them in their greatest fears. Nearby enemies close enough to witness the fear in a dominated pawn may also succumb to fear and allow the shadow to dominate their mind. Warlocks and succubi dominate their foes in different ways. Warlocks will attempt to break the mind of their enemies, while a succubus will reduce the physical prowess of their victims. Okay. So what does it actually do? Increases the power of Dominate and increases the frequency that it spreads. Succubi decrease physical and combat capabilities. Warlock increase the type and frequency of mental breaks. Imagine having a combination of those. Increases the mana cost of Dominate, of course. And Impending Doom. Deepens Domination's shadow, increasing the duration of Dominate and the infection radius. Now this only attacks the enemy, right? It won't accidentally hurt our friends the same way that Fog of Torment does. Increases the power. You know, we'll just maximize the power right off the bat. And as for Fromber over here, what kind of stuff do you have? We gotta learn our master spell there. We already have Summon Elemental. Calls forth a monstrous elemental from a plane of power to crush your foes. These beings will defend a location and immediately engage an enemy if one is nearby. However, if there are no enemies, they tend to get bored rather quickly and will wander from their summoned position. They will not do such menial tasks as hauling or cleaning, as these are the jobs of lesser beings. Due to the power of the summoning, the elemental can only exist in this realm for a short time. Type is random. Alright, so Affinity lowers the cost. Word of Binding increases the duration of the summoning by 30 seconds. Base duration is 30 seconds, so with another 3, that adds 45 seconds. So, yeah, you can keep it around for a little over a minute. Let's see. Summon 2 lesser elementals to summon or to accompany your primary. You know what, I'll do that. And we've still got points. A defensive pylon. Let's see. Summons manifest magical energy to form an automated defense turret that is tethered to a physical location. Alright, so it's a turret. I gotcha. What is a poppy, anyway? A pack of vicious poppies straight from the gates of insanity. This pack of poppy are rabid and will eagerly tear into enemy formations. Alright, and then we'll increase the binding, I think. Alrighty then. So I notice, according to the timer here, that it is once again almost time to wrap this episode up. We're actually running low on meat. Which, let's see here. I don't want Arrowfleet meat. I don't really want human meat either. That's, are there duplicates of every single meat type? That's a little wasteful. But yeah, we don't want any of those meats in there. We shall now copy, and we will paste. There we are. Make sure we've only got the meat that we want to eat. And beyond that, let's see. Is there anything I actually want to hunt right now? Actually kind of shocked by the lack of meat-producing creatures here. Lots of arrow fleets, though. So we're definitely... In fact, we'll have enough to make backup armor as well. Though once we get that men's scroll, we probably won't need that so much anymore. But my goodness, an episode where virtually nothing's happened, and it hasn't stopped raining the entire time. This is going to be leading up to our series finale. I'm definitely going to want to fast forward, I think, after this episode until we get a nice backlog of quests to really, you know, up the action. Also thinking I really need to... Yeah, I need to get more people cleaning all the time. Yeah, let's set a few more... of our undead to be top priority cleaners, because this is unacceptable. Place is getting messy. I think I had set a couple to be lower priority cleaning while getting the crops planted, but yeah. Are we out of wood again? Oh my god, we've got so much dirt. Okay, that's a thing. I need places to store that outside of our regular Maybe I should stop hunting all these. No, if I hunt them all down, then oh wait. Wait, the rain has stopped. Alright, cancel fervor hunting. Because I don't want to burn the forest down. That would be terrible. Also, why do we only get inspired creativity on people who can't even do creative stuff because they're dead? Got some Viking friends coming to visit. Oh, one of them's got some magic. He's a bladesman. Training to become a master of the blade and excels at fighting in melee You know what? I need to make a book for Gain so you can be like a gladiator or something. And you are a pyromaniac geomancer. Aw. Would have been perfect. And, you know what? That's a comment that was brought to my attention. A pyromaniac fire mage. Now, there's a part of me that feels like we actually ran across a combination like that and I turned it down. But, or rather, or were they a raider and they died? Or was it just a pyromaniac with magic potential that I, you know, I forget. Oh, also, you know what? It's Dunsig's birthday. He's turned 19. Man, remember when we started, he was like just a 16-year-old boy? Now, he's a powerful necromancer. And you know what? The crazy thing is, you know, he was out here in the wilderness because he had a hard time dealing with people and wasn't very good at socializing and, you know, because he was conscious about being ugly. Yeah, now look at this. He's got friends. Like, actual friends. He started off with just undead people that he talked to. But they didn't talk back because, you know, they were dead and had no mind of their own. You know what? I am gonna go ahead and make this a backup storage. Mostly because I don't know what to do with this room just yet. It could be anything. Anything I want it to be. But that's what I want it to be right now, I guess. Really, really happy with how this whole place is turning out. Gonna put, like, regular carpet or royal carpet? I'm not sure. Some kind of carpet. Yeah, you know what? Making the dressers out of silver and the end tables. That was probably the point at which I went too far. But that's life, isn't it? Sometimes you gotta go too far. Some would even say I didn't go far enough. I don't know who those people saying that are, but now, yeah, you know what? From personal life experience, I know whenever someone says, oh, people are saying, or someone said, or, you know, they're like really vague and they can't actually tell you who the person was saying these things, it means they're full of shite. No one said anything. They're just making it up. They're just making stuff up because they want to invent a fictional person who agrees with them. That's all it is. Anyway, that tangent is... Oh, you know what? Now's the time. Under skill 10. She's not intelligent enough to make the Archmage armor, which means it falls to... And by armor, I mean robes, of course. Which means, of course, that it falls to Dunsig. Even though he is still our best... Well, you're good too, Stig, but Dunsig is our best... It's kind of funny in a way. And I will never not enjoy, like, the idea of this. You know, we've got this, this Necromancer. You know, it's supposed to be a big, scary monster, but got, like, a green thumb. He just enjoys gardening and tending to... Is there, like, nowhere for us to store our honey? My god. You know what? Let's store it here. Under raw food, isn't it? Yes? No? Am I blind? Am I not seeing it? That must be it. Animal products. Raw honey. Turn it on. Get it in there. You know what? Don't need to store these things right here. Don't need that. Don't need lavish meals. Don't need any of that. Actually, no meals at all. Should have just started with that. And oh my gosh. You know, it's weird. You know, an episode where I'm just sitting here talking about nothing in particular, and I imagine nothing terribly interesting, and time just flew away. It's half an hour already. It's time for us to go. So, yeah, I guess we'll just kind of move on then. I like what we're building here. You know, it's a monument to life and human endeavor and creativity and all that jazz, rather than a place of death, as one might think for a necromancer. And I will always, always love that little subversion. But anyway, all that said, until the next time, as always, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll see all you in the next video.